What if I told you that everything you think you know about motorcycles in 2025 might be completely wrong? You see, the bike world has changed drastically, and not because of manufacturers or marketing gimmicks, not because of flashy Instagram ads or showroom hype, but because of something much more raw, much more real. The riders have spoken. The people who live on two wheels, the ones who have bled in back streets, who've cruised for miles, who've felt every bump, every gear shift, every vibration in their bones. They've unleashed the truth. And once you hear what they're saying, you'll never look at some bikes the same way again. Let me ask you something real. Have you ever bought something because it looked good in the showroom? Because the specs were impressive? Because everyone on the internet said it was the next big thing? Only to find out that on the road, it's a whole different story? The seat's like a rock. The throttle response is sluggish. The handling? Sloppy. And suddenly, you realize you were sold a fantasy, not a machine. That's why this video exists. To cut through the lies, to expose the overhyped disasters people regret buying, and to spotlight the machines that riders genuinely love, bikes that deliver power, comfort, agility, and soul. Yes, soul, because motorcycles aren't just machines. They're an extension of who you are. In 2025, some bikes that were supposed to dominate the market turned out to be mechanical heartbreaks. Others quiet, humble releases stunned everyone and became cult favorites. We dug deep, not into the press releases, not into sponsored blog posts, but into thousands of raw, unfiltered, emotional rider reviews. And what we found will shake up your entire perspective on what makes a greater, terribly motorcycle in 2025. So if you're thinking about buying a new bike, if you don't want to waste your hard-earned money on a regret, if you want the real truth from real riders, not corporate lies, then buckle up, because what you're about to see isn't just a list. It's a rider's rebellion. 3 bikes that riders say are absolute nightmares. 4 bikes that are being called the kings of the streets in 2025. And the reasons why will completely flip your decision-making instincts. By the time you finish this video, you won't just know which bikes to avoid and which to trust. You'll understand the deep psychology behind why some bikes fail, no matter how fancy the badge, and why others win heart smile after mile, year after year. Let's begin. The 3 worst bikes of 2025 according to real riders. 1. Harley-Davidson X500, style over substance. At first glance, the Harley-Davidson X500 looks like a dream. Classic cruiser silhouette, premium branding, and that unmistakable Harley badge. But once riders got their hands on it in 2025, the disappointment was loud. Here's what riders are saying. It looks tough, but the engine feels like it's choking at higher RPMs. Heavy for no reason. You fight it more than you ride it. Vibrations, poor heat management, and the suspension, useless on bad roads. The X500 was marketed as a budget-friendly entry into the Harley world, but riders feel cheated. It's all chrome and no soul. It handles like a brick, lacks agility in city traffic, and on highways, the underpowered engine turns cruising into a chore. Verdict: it's a badge trap. You pay for the brand, not the performance. 2. KTM RC 990, performance with the price. KTM pushed the RC 990 as their street-legal track weapon for 2025. Sharp lines, aggressive ergonomics, and crazy torque numbers. But here's what real riders found out. It's great for 10 minutes. Then your wrists start crying. It's not practical. You feel like you're racing just going to the grocery store. Overheating issues. Again, why hasn't KTM fixed this? What was supposed to be an adrenaline machine turns out to be a frustrating compromise. Great for track days, terrible for everyday riding. Tall riders complain about cramped ergonomics, while daily commuters say it's simply unusable in traffic. KTM aimed for race-spec thrills but forgot about the rider's body. Verdict: a thrill toy, not a motorcycle for real life. 3. Yamaha MT 07 2025 update. Why did they ruin it? This one hurts. The MT-07 used to be the darling of the middleweight segment, lightweight, torquey, affordable. But Yamaha's 2025 update? A complete misfire, according to loyal fans. It's like Yamaha forgot what made this bike great. Throttle feels laggy. The new seat is a joke, and the electronics? overcomplicated for no reason. They killed the soul of the MT-07. Riders expected an evolution. What they got was a corporate Frankenstein overloaded electronics, a softened engine character, and ergonomics that feel off. Yamaha tried to modernize, and in the process, alienated the community that built the MT legacy. Verdict: proof that not every upgrade is an improvement.
The 4 best bikes of 2025, according to Real Riders. 1. Royal Enfield Shotgun 650. The surprise legend. No one expected this. Royal Enfield took their trusted 650 twin engine and dropped it into a bobber-style frame. What came out? A street beast that riders can't stop praising. It's raw, it's real, and it's ridiculously fun to ride. Perfect torque delivery. Sounds great. Handles better than expected. This is how you modernize a classic without losing the vibe. It's minimalist, it's muscular, and unlike many overpriced cruisers, the Shotgun 650 delivers performance that feels premium without punishing your wallet. Verdict: old school feel with new school reliability. 2. Honda CB750 Hornet 2025 edition, middleweight masterpiece. Honda absolutely nailed it. The Hornet's 2025 update didn't just tweak the specs, it elevated the entire experience. Feels light but pulls like a beast. Honda's reliability with Street Fighter soul? Yes, please. Best value in the naked segment right now. Riders praise its near-perfect balance between performance and comfort. Whether you're slicing through traffic or bombing back roads, the CB750 Hornet responds like it's reading your mind. Verdict: a precision tool for real-world riding. 3. BMW R1300 GS, the Apex Adventure King. This isn't just a bike, it's a throne on 2 wheels. And in 2025, BMW made it even better. Feels lighter than the spec sheet suggests. They nailed the weight distribution. Touring, off-road, city, it does everything well. Riders around the world are blown away by how refined and commanding this machine feels. Whether you're crossing continents or navigating city chaos, the R1300 GS adapts effortlessly. BMW took everything they learned and perfected it. Verdict: the most capable all-rounder on Earth right now. 4. Triumph Speed 400, small bike, big impact. This one shocked the industry. Triumph's most affordable release in years. But riders didn't just accept it, they fell in love. Smooth, punchy engine, way better than expected. Perfect for beginners, but even experienced riders respect it. Feels like a proper Triumph, not a stripped-down cheap bike. With clean British styling, agile city manners, and a surprisingly refined engine character, the Speed 400 is quickly becoming the people's bike. It's the kind of machine that makes you fall back in love with riding every single day. Verdict: budget bike? Number: this is a budget breakthrough. Now that you've seen both sides, the heartbreaking flops and the rider-approved legends, the choice is yours. But remember this: specs lie, riders don't. These bikes weren't judged in laboratories or sales offices. They were judged on real roads, by real people, who don't care about marketing, they care about what works. Ready to ride smarter? So now you've seen the truth that most manufacturers pray you never hear. 3 bikes that look good on paper, but left real riders disappointed, frustrated, and even regretting their purchase. And 4 machines that cut through the noise, bikes that earned their respect, not through hype, but through pure performance and everyday joy. But here's the real question. Do you agree? Have you ridden any of these bikes? Did one of them surprise you or let you down? Or maybe your favorite ride didn't even make the list? Drop your personal experience in the comments. Tell us what bike you ride, what you love about Eider, what drives you absolutely crazy. Because this isn't just my list. This is a community built on real riders, real roads, and real stories. And if you're thinking of buying a bike this year, read those comments. You might just save yourself from a costly mistake or discover your perfect machine. Let the debate begin. Let the real riders speak. This isn't just a video. This is a movement. No more corporate lies. No more showroom brainwash. Just riders, helping riders the way it was always meant to be. Now, what's the worst or best bike you've ever ridden and why? We're listening. Comment now. Let's ride into the truth together.